All right, guys. So let's start off this week 8 prep wrap up with a bodybuilder getting some makeup done. Hmm. You don't see that very often, do you? So no judging here, please. I promise that it is just for boom Halloween. All right. So just getting my makeup done for Halloween. Went with a dead fireman. Eric went with I think like a zombie type of like thing where he dressed up like casually with a zombie look or something like that. I'd have to say mine was a little more creative and better. Big props to my girlfriend right there for doing my makeup. She did great. So yeah, Halloween was a fun night. So back to training. Okay, we are 8 weeks out from heading to LA for our first bodybuilding show. Um, so you're probably wondering what happened these past few weeks while we haven't been uploading videos. And if you didn't check out our last video we did on the contest prep review of what's going on, so basically just a quick summary is that we're not going to compete in Lane Norton's show in Florida. And it's because we're just, bottom line, we're not going to be lean enough. And we will not sit there and get on stage if we're not lean enough and embarrass ourselves, our company, our clients, and our family. So, we chose to pull out of it and do a show that's 8 weeks later, and by then fingers crossed we'll be shredded as we're supposed to be on stage. So that's why I say fingers crossed, because our metabolisms are stubborn and you never know what's going to go on. So yeah, these past 2 weeks what we've been doing is just kind of just getting our mind right. Like we said, it took a huge toll on us not knowing that we couldn't be in his show. It was like a dream come true to be in your coach's show and be in Lane Norton's first show. And, to not be lean enough and bust your butt for, 16 weeks and then get that type of news, it was devastating. We're not going to sit here and try to lie about it, but it was devastating. So we needed 2 weeks off, kind of, just to do a deload for 2 weeks, let our bodies heal, but most importantly, get our minds right, because, we have 8 weeks to go, and that's quite a bit of time. And we've been dieting for 16 weeks, so, like I said, it's taken a toll mentally and physically. And, these next 8 weeks, we've set, ourselves some goals. And that's just to, number one, stay healthy, because it's 8 weeks and you just never know what the heck can happen with your body in 8 weeks. So, we're trying to stay healthy. Next thing is to be conservative on heavy days. We're not going to sit here and try to set PRs or anything like that. We're still going to go very heavy and maintain strength and push it, but we're going to be conservative, and we're not going to sit here and take any risks and try to get injured over trying to set a new PR during this prep. And then we're going to be on top of self-myofascial release therapy, stretching, mobility, just because, like we said, our number one goal is to stay healthy and get on that stage in 8 weeks. So lots of recovery methods and tools that we're going to be implementing these next 8 weeks to stay healthy and fresh and make sure everything's functioning well during these next 8 weeks. So yeah, this week back in training was really, really good. Like I said, after having 2 weeks on like pretty much a deload where we're going about 80%, we felt fresh, we felt strong, our minds were pretty much clear, and we were at that point where we were able to push it pretty hard again. So as you can see, good week here, and we're hoping just these next 8 weeks that everything goes according to plan, and we come in as shredded as possible. Currently right now, me, Chris, I'm weighing about 179. Eric's weighing about 175. And I think realistically, Eric's looking at probably about 165 stage weight, and for me, I'm looking about 170s, maybe high 160s, 167, 168, 169, something like that. We'll see, just depending on how our bodies respond. So that's pretty much what it's looking like right now for weight. Diet, for me, luckily, I've hit a stride where for 2.5 weeks, I haven't had any of my macros changed or anything. It seems like, my metabolism has starting to respond a little bit. And I just don't have the answer for why it's doing that. It's so complicated. There's so many different variables involved in what it could be. But all I can say is thank God for getting that, 2.5 week stride where my macros aren't being cut, because there was a point where it was a month and my macros were just being cut. So Eric, he's doing well too. And, we'll see what goes on these next 8 weeks. And thank you guys for tuning in. And right here, make sure to watch our video that we just did. It's a new educational video on a quote-unquote clean versus a quote-unquote dirty pre and post workout meal. What are the pros and cons? What are the differences? There's so much guruism and all this stuff about the trend with clean and dirty eating, and the bottom line is there's no scientific definition or term on the word clean or dirty eating. And basically, we just got fed up with this, so we put together a video where there's a lot of good content in this. It's a little bit long, but a lot of good content and takeaway points. So if you guys have some time, check out this video and get some takeaway points from it. And please share it, and we'll talk to you guys soon, guys. Peace.